Hello, I'm Dr. Richard Crosley, and welcome to Real World Pediatrics. So, today I want to talk about confidence. Now, I'm going to use sports as an example in this conversation, but what I say can apply to any field that you're in, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker. Okay, what makes a player great is confidence. Now, without confidence, that player can never be great. He can be good, he can be very good, but never great. Hey, let's look at the Philadelphia Phillies. I use them because I'm a Phillies fan. I've been a Phillies fan ever since 1965 when I attended my first baseball game at Connie Mack Stadium. I was 11 years old. Now, here's a fact. The Philadelphia Phillies never would have won the 1980 World Series without Pete Rose. Pete Rose was a great player who had much confidence in his abilities. And he was able to transmit that confidence to younger players on that team in 1980. He gave those other players permission to be winners. Now, he did that calmly through his presence, his habits, and his knowledge of himself and his capabilities. Now, through his actions, he, in essence, said to his teammates, it's okay to be great. It's okay to win. And so they did. But without him, the Phillies never would have won that World Series. Now, that's the same with any team. A team that loses its confidence is not going to win a World Series. It's not going to win a Super Bowl. Now, you can see this in the Philadelphia Phillies over the past 3 seasons. They play a good season, but when the postseason begins, they lose their confidence. They lose their mojo. Well, let's ask ourselves why that is. Well, it comes about because the players don't really understand what confidence is and where it comes from. They don't understand that good play comes as a result of the fundamentals that a player possesses in approaching the game and his or her application of those fundamentals when play falls off. So, what happened to the Phillies this season and in the past 3 seasons is that they began to lose in the postseason. Panic ensued, and the Phillies focused on the larger picture of winning as opposed to the smaller picture of their fundamental play. Consequently, they lost their confidence. This lack of confidence fed into their sense of panic, and that panic in turn led them to focus even more on the larger concept of winning as opposed to the smaller picture of fundamentals, which is the true source of confidence. And so a vicious cycle ensued. Now, what the Phillies needed to do was slow down, forget about winning, and focus on fundamentals, which would have helped restore their confidence and better play. Now, a great player like Pete Rose possessed fundamentals and a working knowledge of his craft so that when things went wrong, he could make adjustments. Average players do not have that ability. Now, you can notice this in Pete Rose when he talks about how he approached hitting when he was playing. Now, you can watch him speak about hitting on social media. Rose would adjust his position in the batting box forward, backward, and laterally, depending upon how pitchers were pitching him. He would also choke up or choke down on the bat as needed. But most importantly, his batting swing would remain the same. Pete Rose truly understood the science of hitting. Because he understood the science of hitting, he had confidence in his hitting. Confidence isn't so much success as it is an attitude based upon knowledge. So if you want to compete in this world, if you want to excel, you need to understand that your success is dependent upon the fundamental things that you do in approaching your sport. When you have that working knowledge of those basic fundamentals and you can make adjustments to fix things. That is confidence right there. The ability to fix what is wrong. And that's just the way it is. So whatever your field is, gain a working knowledge of the fundamentals involved in your craft so that you can fix things when things go wrong. Thank you.